Hey y'all, Miranda here with another 360 hike. Today we're in Panthertown Valley. And here are a few quick tips. This video was filmed in 5.6K resolution, so you may need to adjust your streaming settings on YouTube, especially if the video quality looks a little distorted or pixelated. And remember, you can explore the screen in all directions on your smartphone, computer, or tablet. So let's start exploring. The Western Panthertown Valley Loop, which includes Wilderness Falls, Frolictown Falls, and Granny Burrell Falls, is about 3.1 miles round trip. Yeah. So you'll park in the parking lot and follow Trail 474, the Panthertown Valley Trail, for about a third of a mile. And then you can turn right on Wilderness Falls trails to, of course, see Wilderness Falls, or continue straight/left to see Salt Rock Overlook. Since it was kind of rainy that morning, we wanted to give the weather some time to clear up so we could get a better view from the Overlook. So we went to see Wilderness Falls first and saved the Overlook for the end. But like I said, this is a loop, so you can go either direction and still get back to the parking lot. So the trail through the forest was relatively easy to navigate. It was definitely muddy in a few spots. And as you start to get close to Wilderness Falls, it becomes a lot rockier, but smooth rocky. I was honestly a little worried that I was going to slip since it had been raining and the rocks were wet, so just be very careful and mindful on this trail. This part was a little challenging to navigate and very steep as well. I read elsewhere online that this trail is being updated and kind of diverted to be a little bit easier, but that's probably not going to be ready until 2021. There's a significant drop in elevation as you approach the falls, and also a few social trails that kind of meander through the woods. So follow the sound of the water. And to be totally honest here, this is one of the most challenging waterfall areas I've navigated. The rocks were super slippery, so be really mindful with your steps. The name is very accurate. Wilderness Falls feels like you are just in the middle of nowhere. So take a few moments to explore the view here.
Maybe wait till I get down first. Oh, I'm going. Ah! Woo!
Oh yeah.
Ah!
And since these rocks were so wet and smooth and steep, we definitely booty scooted our way down to the bottom of this rock. And then it's a short climb back up through a rhododendron forest to get back to the main trail, which is Trail 490.
Yeah.
It's a moderate hike, although a little strenuous in some parts, and is moderately trafficked. This trail is located near Glenville in western North Carolina and is in Jackson County. And I highly recommend downloading the All Trails map before you come here, because there are several trails that crisscross the valley. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below. And keep following Trail 490 until you reach Frolictown Falls. This is just past the intersection of Deep Gap Trail, number 449, and Granny Burrell Falls Trail, number 486. And spend a few moments here exploring the area around Frolictown Falls. I really liked how secluded this area was. We didn't see anyone else when we were here. And I recommend taking off your shoes and splashing around in the pool at the bottom. And if you decide to take a left and follow Deep Gap Trail, that will cut off about half of the loop and take you back to the Panthertown Valley Trail. If you want to see Granny Burrell Falls, stay towards the right and hike through this rhododendron forest. And there's also a small creek crossing along the way. So just expect to get wet and muddy at some point during this hike, if not multiple points. We were pretty consistently wet or muddy or soggy throughout this entire hike, but it was awesome. You'll hike through a pretty thick patch of rhododendron and just follow the trail and sounds of the water until you reach Granny Burrell Falls. Again, be super mindful here as the rocks are really slippery. If you watch my video for the eastern loop, then you'll see me kind of slip at these falls. This is kind of where the eastern loop and the western loop intersect. So if you want to add more mileage, you can go ahead and do the other loop and do kind of a figure 8, which will add several more miles to your hike. And you'll see another overlook and a couple more waterfalls. So I'll link to that video in the description below. And this is a really great area to splash around, maybe even swim a little bit, enjoy a snack or a picnic. There's even a little beach.
All right.
And after you've spent some time here at Granny Burrell Falls, you'll head back into the forest, take a left, and follow that trail, which is parallel to Panthertown Creek, and then you'll take a left onto Max Gap Trail, number 482. And you'll follow this trail through a variety of landscapes, including this beautiful pine forest. And then take a left to hook back into the Panthertown Valley Trail and head towards Salt Rock Overlook and the parking lot after that. And I'm so glad we saved the overlook for last, because by the time we got there, the weather had cleared up significantly. But the view was still a bit obstructed by this guy hanging all of his clothes and things out to dry. But I assume he doesn't live here and probably won't be here when you visit. So this is what I love most about Panthertown Valley is you can see waterfalls and overlooks on the same trail within just a few miles, which is rare for trails in Western North Carolina. Usually you just get one or the other. And after you've enjoyed the view from the overlook, you'll take a right, keep following the trail, which will lead you back to the parking lot where you started.
Again, my name is Miranda. Thanks so much for joining me on another 360 hike today in Panthertown Valley. I'll put more information and links in the description below. Hope to see you next time. Namaste and have a great day.